I can introduce our next speaker, panellist here today. So PEARL stands for People for Equality and Relief in Lanka. And as I said previously, it's an advocacy organisation based in Washington. I would have to just caveat. So this is Mario Aruldas, the advocacy director for PEARL, who actually flew in from Washington yesterday and was just asked to speak about 15 minutes ago. So bearing that in mind, if I could introduce Mr. Aruldas.
Thank you, Sirami. As Sirami mentioned, I had about 15 minutes to jot down some notes, so apologies if it's not as clear and cohesive. So PEARL was founded in 2005 and by Tamil diaspora activists in DC. And it initially started as a kind of a youth organization after several US Tamil youth went to the Rani during the ceasefire. And they have been involved in activism, but also in advocacy with the US government, with Congress, during the ceasefire and after the tsunami. That changed after 2009 when it became more advocacy focused directly with the US government and with the US State Department. We've also taken legal action alongside other groups against South Fonseca and others, or attempted to take legal action against them entering the US legally. And so I started working for PEARL last year, and it's the first time that PEARL has a full-time employee based in DC doing this, because before, as I'm sure most of you know, most diaspora organizations are made up of volunteers. And our aims are still to work towards accountability and justice for the mass atrocities that occurred, and but we also are working to advocate for a political solution which is acceptable and which is representative of the majority of the Ulam Tamil population. So my advocacy in particular is now focused on the State Department, where we provide our knowledge, our expertise on certain issues that they work on. And it might seem surprising, when I speak to non-Tamils about this, they're always surprised why the US is so interested in Sri Lanka. And it's they're not particularly interested in Sri Lanka, it's just they are interested in every country in the world, and they have a desk for every country in the world. And the people who work on Sri Lanka actually have been doing this for a while, and there is a push for accountability there. And since the resolution last year, which the US tabled and co-sponsored with Sri Lanka, there's a legitimate hold that the US has on Sri Lanka, which they're trying to use to get Sri Lanka to move the way it wants. Of course, with the new government in Sri Lanka, that things have changed, but my work, I guess, continues to be working to help the State Department understand certain things which may be more difficult to understand. So, with this nationalism issue, the issue when they speak about extremists on both sides and how we tackle those things, but also the need for accountability in a way to prevent conflict in the future, and the need for a political solution in order to prevent conflict in the future. And this is something that's going to become more and more important as things change also on the ground. I mean, we've seen even in the last few years that things have drastically changed since the new government came into power. And I always make this argument when we speak to the State Department that they love to say Sri Lanka's on a great path, they've made significant progress, and reconciliation is on a great way. But that's actually not true. The communities are more divided now than they were 2 years ago when everyone actually came together to vote for Sirisena. And it's about making the argument in a coherent way that they understand that how far up the chain that goes. Of course, at the end of the day, it's politics that decides how that's taken. However, it's something that if you look at the U.S. government, it's such a huge body. There's a State Department, and there's Congress, which has some influence, and the embassy